everybody. Welcome to West Virginia. My name is Cheryl and this is my channel, Tranquil Stitches. Today is Monday, November 1st, 2021, and this is my FlossTube episode number 127. How was your Halloween? Did you have a good Halloween? We had the Halloween, they celebrated here on Saturday night instead of Sunday. So we had trick-or-treaters on Saturday night. My husband had a good time with that. He loves to see the kids in their costumes, and Penny also, she couldn't understand what was going on, but she loved every second of it. She was just barking and telling everybody what she thought of them coming in the yard and taking her stuff, and just like she does the trash man every week. So we had a good Halloween. It was, it was uneventful except for the trick-or-treaters, and I didn't decorate too much, just my hutch, and I put a pumpkin out on the front porch, and that was it. So I don't have any grandbabies to decorate for. I keep telling my kids they need to get on the ball. But anyway, I've got lots of stuff around me to show you and share with you today. So I got to tell you though, I'm looking at my notes. See, if I don't write things down, I got to tell you. Okay, so Halloween night, the neighbor that used to live right on this side of us, he moved away, but his daughter lives there now. So she's got a middle schooler, I believe. I see the bingo numbers all the way over there. But she's got a middle schooler. So he built them a coffin to put in the yard, and then his son dressed up as a spooky clown and was standing in the coffin. And he dressed up in the gorilla suit. If you remember, I think it was last Halloween or the one before, I showed you how Penny reacted to his son in that gorilla suit. It was hysterical, but he dressed up in a in the gorilla suit. So my neighbor over here, her husband recently died back in the summer, so she's she's a little widow woman, and she's in her 60s, and she looks 40 something. She looks great, 110 pounds soaking wet. She's real pretty. Well, neighbor A has kind of a crush on neighbor B, right? So she wasn't home until way after dark. So she told me the next day, she said he came over there, and she had forgotten something in the trunk of her car. So he came over there and was standing there, and he rattled the fence and scared her. And she turned around and saw, she knew the costume because it's been in the family, So she said, it scared me to death. And he told her, well, I really, I thought about just jumping out at you, but I couldn't do that to you, So she said, you're lucky you didn't. She said, because what I was getting out of the trunk was a frozen turkey, and you'd have caught a frozen turkey upside down if you had. So that was hysterical. I laughed. It's, funny. I could just see them explaining to the ambulance driver why he's laid out in the yard with a big knot on his head from a frozen turkey in a gorilla suit. But anyway, funny stuff. So never end. What happens in the mountains is funny. So I've been stitching quite a bit, and I got some things to show you, so we'll move on to some stitching. I had 2 FOs for the last 2 weeks, and I have 4 whips that I worked on too, and I've got some stats. I've got, what else I have? Some giveaways. I've got some retail therapy. I've got some bingo. That's clear over there. I got lots of plans to talk about. Yep, so let's get started. My first finish is, I'm not going to show you the picture because it's finished. So this was my goal piece for October, according to WhipGo, one of them. And this was my focus for a finish, and I got it finished. This is Strawberry Hill by Brenda Gervais. And it's done. It's beautiful. I love it. I hope I showed you the picture where it was 2 weeks ago. But this one got 2,028 stitches in 2 weeks. So I was really, really focused. The design has a crown up here. I'm not a fan of crowns in cross stitch. I know a lot of samplers have crowns, and I'm just not a fan of that. And then it has a date here. I thought about putting 2021 on there, but you know, I just like it the way it is. So I did use the call for colors, and it's just really pretty. I love the house. The house and the red Quaker border is Mulberry by Gentle Arts, and the bud on top. So this one, I started May 21st of 2020, and I finished it on October 23rd. It has 4,616 stitches total. And it's pretty. I like it. My second finish, it's funny because that was my 17th finish for the year. This one is neat because it's my 18th start for the year and my 18th finish. I like how that turned out. But this one was a new start on October 1st. I used it as my daily 30. This one is Quilty Barn by Fat Quarter Shop, and I completely did my own thing with it. I did my barn pink for breast cancer awareness, and then I put my Sophie, my black and white cat, my tux in the barn. And I started it on 10/1 and finished it on October 25th. And I put 2,873 stitches in it total. And there it is. Isn't that cute? Isn't that adorable? Now the cat was a stitch card. You know, I told you that you could put any of the stitch cards would fit in there. It was an autumn stitch card, and I changed the autumn colors and put the pinks in there. So I used 3 different pinks and black, and it's adorable. It has 2,873 stitches altogether, so there's a lot of stitches in there, but I think it's adorable. And I'm going to stitch more of the barns with more stitch cards in them, but you know, I'd like to have like a green one because that's my favorite color. I'd like to have, you'd think it was pink, right? But I'd like to have a blue one for my husband and put maybe a tractor in it or something. So I just think they're cute. They'd be cute made into pillows and, you know, just sit around. So that's my 18th finish. Okay, I have some whips. I worked on my 2 remaining zombie run pieces for the month. I got those goals met. 400 stitches in at least in each one. So this is Anniversaries of the Heart by Blackbird Designs. I'm doing them all in one piece, just like it shows. And I needed to get 400 in both of these, and I got 509 in this one. Here's where it was. I keep forgetting to show you that. And here's where it is now. So I worked up more on the bricks. I love stitching those bricks. I really do. That color is, I think, Classic Colorworks used brick, and it looks like brick to me. I love it. So after I finish the brick, I'll do the mortar. I think next month, well, not next month now, it's November. I think this month I'll finish up this block. I really think so. So that's where Anniversaries of the Heart is. Next, my last zombie run for the month was Elizabeth Weston. She's from Hands Across the Sea. She is a stunner. So I'm on the Over One Words. Here's where it was. And again, this one needed 400 stitches. I got 413. No, 513 in this one. And I got 2 more lines of the text done. The bigger letters are not over 1, but the lowercase letters are. So there's where she is. Oh my gosh. I can't tell y'all how I love this piece. Oh, this is 35 count. What is this? 35 count Lakeside Wild Honey with the call for Iberois silks. Pretty sure. 1/2. except for the 1/1 parts. So that's Elizabeth. And okay, I met a goal. I met a whip goal. Oh, I forgot to tell you, Strawberry Hill gave me a bingo, gave me my first bingo, but we'll talk about that in a minute. Whip go bingo. Anyway, that gave me my first one, and then this one gave me another block checked off because I met its goal. This is 31st of October by Primitive Hair. This is in the 2016 Halloween Just Cross Stitch edition. And here's where she was. And now she looks like something other than a spooky floating body. So I got in this one 1,224 stitches. I needed 1,214. So I went over by 10, but here she is. Isn't she awesome? Look. I used the Call for DMC for her head because I just wanted her orange. And in the pattern, her hands are white, but I made them orange because she's just a pumpkin lady to me. But those shoes, can you even with those shoes? Mama got some big feet. But the green is Broom Tree from Weeks. I love it. So I got this slated for a finish next year. But she's going to go away the rest of the year, and we'll visit with her again next year. She is just a doll. I love her. Yeah, 1,224 stitches. Love her. Love her. Okay. And my last whip is Inspiration by Rosewood Manor. You know, I got this one for a finish this year, and I think it's going to happen. I was working on this last night, and I had a goal of 1,000 stitches, and I just wimped out on it. I got in 503 since you saw it last, but I didn't make my 1,000 goal, and that's fine. That's fine. It's all about the journey, right, for me. And here is where it is, 503 stitches. Okay, that's light as washing stuff out, isn't it? So anyway, I finished the stitching on the church. I still have the back stitch to do, but the stitching is actually finished. And I did this tree, got the house done stitched except for the back stitch, and then I got halfway up the tree and I said, nope, I ain't climbing no more tonight. I'm done. And you see these two little specks, right? That's somebody's hair. There are over one little people right here. This is 36 count. They're teeny. That's her hair. And the hat of the little boy standing next to her. Yes. So, well, this is a person. See how tiny? So I've got lots of over one to do. Now I've got 2 months to finish it, and I see it happening. Next, I keep wanting to say next month. It's November, Cheryl. There's a house here with a tree, a house here with a tree, and all those little over one people. That's my goal for November. And then December, all will be left is the tree down here with the horses on either side. And I'll be done. This one's not going into 2022 in any status other than finished. That's the only option. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Okay. Now, some numbers, again, because I know you probably don't care about the numbers, but I want to tell my future self what I did. Second half of October, 6,361 stitches. I'll take it. October total, 11,980. And if I'd have known that last night, I'd have put another 20 stitches in there, made it 12 grand, but 11,980 keeps it interesting, right? At least it's a round number. 386 a day, average for October. 1 new start, 2 finishes, and I'm ending the month with 27 whips. And I made my 100,000 stitch goal for 2021 in October. So I think I have 110,000 something number so far this year. So I'm so excited. I met my goal. That makes me happy. 24 hours of cross stitch. Did anybody participate? I did. I had worked and worked all week, you know, on the kitchen, and it was kitchen week and holiday grand plan, and I was busy cleaning, moving out appliances, cleaning under them, cleaning the backs of appliances, and cleaning drip pans, and you know, the refrigerator. So Friday, I had some things to do Friday morning. I told my husband, I said, I am off for the weekend. Off. It's 24 hours of cross stitch. I'm staying up all night. I took a nap today. I got my snacks ready. Got my popcorn. I got my tea was ready. I was ready to, you know, relax until it was time to drink coffee. I was going to stay up, right? So 11:30. I was like, my husband said, what are you doing? I said, I'm going to bed. He said, you're going to bed? Wait a minute. What about this whole... I said, shut up. I don't want to talk about it. So I went to bed, but I got 18 and a half hours in. So I was pleased with that. I was, because I was doing a few other things. You know, I mean, I honestly have every intention of sitting my butt down and not doing anything, right? But stitching. You know, there's inevitably dirty dishes. There's inevitably, you know, a blanket that needs washed. There's something I need to sweep up, you know. So, yeah, I don't know. I just can't hang anymore. I don't know. Maybe next time. And I put up a poll on my channel. I asked you what your favorite go-to fabric is. Again, surprised. I was surprised. 37% of you are Aida girls. 37%. So 15% are even weave. Now this doesn't mean that you don't stitch on other things. This means that predominantly your go-to fabric is what I'm saying. 23% linen. And 24% I stitch on anything. And, you know, I stitch on a burlap sack if I could. I pretty much fall into that category, but my go-to fabric is linen. So I'm definitely a linen girl. So I was really surprised. So first place was Aida. Second place was I stitch on anything and everything. Third place was linen. And last place was even weave. Are you surprised by that? Are you? Because I was. I was 339 votes, you know. And Norma said, she commented, and she said she used to be an Aida girl, but she tried even weave the last couple of years, and she likes it, so. But, yeah, I think we all start out with Aida, don't we? And some people stick with it. Some people stay with Aida, and there's nothing wrong with Aida cloth. I have tons of finishes on Aida, and I love every one of them. But, you know, it seems like we all start out with Aida, so. We have a whole slew of winners. And I just realized that I didn't do the comment picker for last week's video. So I'm not going to know who won, but I will put it here, okay? So we're going to do the Halloween episodes first, Tranquil Halloween. And I'd like to thank everyone who watched that little drama unfold. I had a ball with that. I did. I had so much fun putting that together. My editing software has a bunch of stickers, a bunch of little graphics, a bunch of sound effects, you know, all editing software does. But I just saw those and I was like, I have to do something with those. They're hysterical. Some of them are so cute. And so I started out the first one. I had no clue how it was going to end when I started it. I had absolutely no clue. I made it up as I went along. And the last episode, well, when I was developing that episode, I went, oh my gosh, that's perfect. You know, so I was really pleased with the way it turned out. You know, it's not perfect, but I hope it entertained you. I hope you had a little fun with it. I know I've gotten a lot of good feedback through the comments that you had a ball with it. So thank you all for watching those. I really appreciate it. And if you haven't watched them yet, they're all 5 still out there. Start at episode 1 and go through them. And, you know, I hope you enjoy. But in each episode, I had a giveaway. And I'd like to announce those giveaways now and let you know who won. So I wish all of you could have, because you gave me such good feedback. I mean, I was like, oh, I just wish everybody could win. But, you know, that's not the end. Okay, episode 1. I offered up Jardin Privé's Halloween. This one is going to go to Anne Gormley. Congratulations, Anne. You got the Jardin Privé Halloween. Episode 2 was I Stitch Alone by Abby Rose. This is adorable. Isn't that cute? You could play with those colors if you wanted to, or I like the green, and you could put some orange in there. Okay, this one is going to, it's Stitchcraft. It's Stitchcraft. And I will say I had a little communication error because I meant for you to pick either the word trick or the word treat. And I went back and reread it when I saw people posting trick or treat, and I thought, yeah, it could definitely be read that way. My plan was to have my husband say either trick or treat for the 5 days and then search for that word when I did the random comment picker, but it didn't work out that way, and that's fine because, you know, it was a lack of communication on my part. So I just put everybody in, okay? So if you understood what I meant, or if you put in trick or treat, either way you went in. Episode 3 was Pumpkin Brew by Brenda Gervais. And the winner for this one is Thistle Stitcher. Congratulations, Thistle Stitcher. You won the Pumpkin Brew. That's really cute. Episode 4 was Beggar's Night by Threadwork Primitives. Now this one's gently used because I have stitched this one, but there's nothing wrong with it. I made a working copy. I've had this in my stash for probably 10 years. 2013, not quite 10 years, but ever since it came out. So it's been pillar to post, you know. Okay. The winner of this one is April Stanland. April Stanland, you won the Beggar's Night. This looks so pretty stitched up. And if you've been following me, I've got a couple more. I've done Beggar's Fourth, Beggar's Night, and I want to start Beggar's Luck next year. So there's a series of them. And then episode 5 had 2 winners. The first, number 1, was Happy Haunting by the Bay. That's adorable. And this one will go to Yvonne Gill. Yvonne Gill, congratulations. You got the By the Bay. And the last one, Bobbing for Pumpkins. This is by Brenda Gervais as well. And this one will go to, it says Eliz, but I'm assuming it's Elizabeth Schultz. Elizabeth Schultz. So, the 2 diamond painting videos ago, I offered this as a drawing prize. This is a Christmas wreath that you diamond paint. It's acrylic. It's really, really pretty. It's got some gorgeous, gorgeous special drills that go with it. And I asked you to use the word wreath in your comment. And the winner of this is Renee Whitaker. Renee Whitaker won the wreath. Congratulations. And then, what is this? Oh, it's the guts of Pumpkin Brew. Okay, and this was last week, home. And like I said, I forgot to draw. So I'm going to put the winner in here. Congratulations, winner. I'm sorry. I'll say your name next week. So that's the winner for this home garden chart. Now, that's a lot of people, so please, my email is below. Email me your mailing address and I will get these packaged up and mailed out to you. Okay? Thank you all for entering, and I hope that you stick with me because there's lots more to come. Okay, I got some retail therapy and I wanted to share with you what I got. So, and I learned something and I want to share that with you. So there's the broom tree from Weeks. This is the color I'm using in Miss Thing's skirt on October 31st. And I know this light's going to wash this out, but you saw it on the, it's really, really pretty. I think this is a new color. It may have came out last year at market. No, year before, because there was no market last year. But I really think that this is a relatively new color, so it's really pretty. And I needed, since this is my favorite color, I needed more mulberry. I had 2 skeins, and I'm doing my Quaker Christmas. And I keep saying Quaker Christmas, but it's actually Quaker Christmas 2. There is one before that. And the 2 is the Song of the Seasons. It's got the different Christmas carols in it, and that's the one I'm doing. I have the other one too, but I like the Christmas carols. So it's monochromatic. Well, no, it's 2 colors. You've seen it. And this is the red that I'm using, and then I'm using a green. This is mulberry. And I used mulberry in that Strawberry Hills. So I needed more. And I had 2 skeins of it. And they were different colors, literally just different colors. They both said mulberry. They were both Gentle Arts, but completely different colors. And I noticed that one of them had a street address on it for Gentle Arts, and the other one had a post office box on the tag. So I thought, well, that's going to tell me which one's the old skein, because I didn't know. One of them matched what I was using in Strawberry Hill, and the other one didn't. I tried it, it was totally off. So I didn't know which one was the new one. When I got these in, these are obviously new ones, but these have the post office box. So if you have old Gentle Arts, now I don't know if this is always true, but it makes sense to me. If you have older Gentle Arts, the dial lots may have changed, and you can tell if it's older if it's got a street address on it instead of a P.O. box. The P.O. box are the newer ones. So if you've started something with an older one and it's got the street address, when you order more floss for it, it's more than likely going to be a little different. So I just wanted to let you know that, because I didn't know that. I learned that by doing this. So. Okay, what else? Oh yeah, I got a couple charts. You know, because floss can't carry, this was 2 separate orders because I ordered each floss in a different order. So I got, these are both, thank you very much, Jen Lee. I tell you what, her and Talia enable me, I can't, both of these, Jen Lee. I can't remember. I think they're both whips of hers she's working on. But this is Rivara's 7 Crows. And I think she called hers Crow's Lullaby. I don't know if it's a different chart. But look at that. Isn't that cool? But hers is crows in a row. And they've got words beside them. So I assume that this is the same one. It says 1 crow's sorrow, 2 crow's joy. 3 crows a girl, 4 crows a boy, 5 crows silver, 6 crows gold, 7 crows a secret never to be told. And isn't that awesome? Love it. So I got that, and then the other one, which I know was a whip that she was working on, Tree of Life Samplings Penny Harvest. Yeah. Oh, love, 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 and love Major love, major love. So thank you, Jen. Appreciate that. I also won a drawing. I won a drawing. I never win anything. But my friend Shelly over at Shelly Proverbs 31:22, I'll link her below. If you're not watching her, go watch Shelly. She stitches some gorgeous things. But she was having her second FlossTube anniversary. And she offered up 2 of her project bags. And I won one. She quilts, y'all. She don't quilt. She quilts. Her quilts are, you know, gorgeous. So she sent me this little postcard. It's an actual postcard. It's got the stamp part and everything on the back and a sweet little note. So thank you, Shelly. She gave me a skein of DMC 94, which is a variegated green. Y'all, look at this. Look at this project bag. Now see, it's going to fit a chart standing up. I love that. Isn't that, she called it a strip quilting technique, I guess. Look at that. Those y'all, is this bag like me or what? It's lined inside. It's got a little sweet little rose zipper pull. It's lined inside with a white, like floral, what's that word? Relief fabric. And then on the back, it's got pink, just solid pink. Her stitching is impeccable. The seams are hidden inside. Absolutely gorgeous. This will house something special next year. Definitely. So thank you, Shelly. I am so honored, you know, to have this bag. You just don't know. I mean, you know, when I have somebody's, I know what it's like to make these bags. You know, not this. This is way above my pay grade here. But I know how, you know, how much time and effort goes into just a general project bag. So to have one from somebody else, they're just very special to me. So I love it. I just want one of everybody's bags. That's what I just want. One of each of everybody's bags. That's what I want. Okay, what we got? I got some Fat Quarter Shop goodies that I want to share with you. Speaking of quilting. Okay, so I'm not a quilter, right? I told y'all that. But these apparently are a big deal. These are quilt block foundation papers, and they are a square in a square. So I'm assuming that's a good thing to have. There's a 1 inch, 1.5, 2.5, 3.5, 4.5. I mean, they hooked me up. So I'll show you what they look like on the big one. Square in a square. So you can tell me if that's a handy thing to have. I'm assuming, because they wouldn't make them otherwise, because, you know, you quilters need those. This is Geneva. Look at her. It is size for a crib, lap, and twin. She is really pretty. Yeah, really pretty. I don't know what that means. I have no idea what that means. And this one, Rose in Bloom. This screams spring to me. Look at that. Y'all. Oh gosh. If you know, one day I'm going to own something like that. Look at that. Look how they like did the backing on that. Isn't that gorgeous? Yeah, rose and blue. Looks like a rose. So pretty. So, plastic thread drops. Plastic. You got my attention. I love plastic bobbins and I like plastic thread drops, but these are fabulous. They've got a bead on them. And they're good and sturdy. Yep. Go right on with the Sharpie and then take alcohol and wipe it off. You reuse them over and over and over. There's 20 bobbins in a package, so they're not playing. You get 20. So I will link Fat Quarter Shop below. Be sure if you're in the market for anything like that, head on over there. I also have one more thing to show you from them, and I want to insert a separate video here. Okay, we're going to unbox this together. This is, I've seen this on their FlossTube. This is a Fat Quarter Shop Floss and Store acrylic storage box. It's a Fat Quarter Shop exclusive. Exciting. So I've just kind of lifted the lid on this. I have not unboxed it yet, so we're going to do that together. So it comes in this, it's a good box, right? How many times do I say you should see the boxes that I've saved, because it's like it's a good box. So we'll get rid of that good box over there, and it comes in bubble wrap. It's heavy. It's sturdy, it's heavy. It is beautiful. Look at this. Oh my gosh. It feels like glass. It really does. It feels like glass. It's got feet, little rubber feet on it. It keeps it up off of your furniture so you're not scratching your furniture with it. Because acrylic can be, you know, it's hard. It's hard plastic. It's got this little Fat Quarter Shop logo embossed on it. And like I said, it's very, it's not like the acrylic boxes you get like for nuts and bolts, or, you know, it's way step up from that. It is nice weight. The drawer slides out, and there are 9 compartments. Comes all the way out. So, you know, you could use this for any number of things. It's just got tons and tons of different uses that you could, you know, think of. Like I said, it's sturdy and it's very, very well made. And the drawer slides in. Easy squeezy. And they are stackable. I saw on their FlossTube they are stackable, so you can buy several. And since they have the feet on them, they're not going to scratch each other. So very, 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 very nice. So I'll send you back to the video now. It's got feet on it. Non-slip. I love it. They're just knocking it out of the park. Okay, I'm going to show you the prizes for the bingo that I'm adding. Now, these are thanks to... Did I not bring that card in here? Okay, Ellen. Hi, Ellen. Ellen, I'll find it after I show you everything. But Ellen messaged me and she says, I have a chart that I'd like to give you to put in your bingo your bingo game as a prize. And she said, I'm done with it, and I was wondering if you'd like it. And I think y'all will really like it. So I said, sure, thank you very much. So not only did she send me one chart, she sent me 3 to put in the drawing. So I'm going to pop all 3 of them in not the drawing, the bingo prize pool. Okay. The first one is my favorite designer, Threadwork Primitives. This is, I had not seen this one. This is Tall Trees Coverlet. Isn't that pretty? That's so prim and just simple. And I think it's elegant. It's just elegant. You could use a variegated or just one color DMC, or maybe even 2. You could do the 2 outside parts in green and then do the inside in like red for Christmas, or the inside for like orange for fall, you know. I just think it's beautiful. So there's that one. She also gave us Gathering Acorns from Luminous Fiber Arts. And I already had this one. This was from, I'm pretty sure, the Needlework Expo. Either the fall or the spring one, I can't remember. Isn't that beautiful? So I am going to be stitching this one. Any variegated would be really pretty, as long as it's not like red, purple. Well, I don't know. Maybe that would be pretty too. So that, and then the last is a cricket collection from the Cross-Eyed Cricket. This is Acorn Autumn. And this is beautiful. Look at that acorn. And it's got the alphabet on it. Isn't that pretty? So these three will go into the drawing. I keep saying drawing. No, prize pool for bingo. Prize pool for bingo. Now I'm going to go get the words so we can play bingo. Okay, hang on. Okay, got them. They were clear over. You know, and I even said I need to get those, but do you think I did? So we're going, these are the ones that are been drawn, so I stuck them in a baggie. Okay, we're going to draw 3 words, 3 designers, and see what we got. The first one is, it's Prim something, 23 Primitive Needle. One of my absolute favorites, Lisa Roswell. So number 23 Primitive Needle. She designed my unicorn chart. Who's this? 26 Alma Lynn. Alma Lynn's old school, but she's still very much relevant. She's been around the community for, she's a legend, put it that way. Alma Lynn. And the third one for this time, just one, is another, Kathy Barrick. 15 Kathy Barrick. So 15 Kathy Barrick, another legend. 26 Alma Lynn. And 23 Primitive Needle. Gosh, these three. It's funny how they come out at the same time. All right, that's the 3 words for this time. Good luck. I hope you got one or more of those. And if you are not familiar with bingo, everybody's already entered their words. So, but we'll play again when this round is over. Okay, I got to tell y'all, speaking of cricket, when I pulled that cross-eyed cricket, I got to thinking. I got to tell you what happened last night. Okay, so sorry, somebody's rabbits got away from them, and they're hopping around the neighborhood, and he can't catch them. So we've all been trying to catch them, and there's 3 of them, and now when the dogs see them, they bark. But anyway, I was telling you about this cricket. Okay, so there are 3 bugs that I cannot deal with. I can deal with spiders, I can deal with wasps, I can deal with yellow jackets, I can deal with bees, anything like that. Not a problem, not a problem. But there are 3 that I cannot do, okay? One of them is a palmetto bug, which is like a big old cockroach looking thing. It's in the family, but it's not a cockroach. We had number 2, I don't even want to say it. Okay, I'm not going to say it because I can't even say it. The bug goes like this. Okay, you know what I'm talking about. The third one is a spider cricket. No. If you don't know what a spider cricket is, I'm not going to show you. You have to go look at it. Those are the ugliest, creepiest bugs I have ever seen in my life. Okay? Now, when I was growing up, I spent 18 years here. You know, we lived right next to the creek. 18 years, never saw one. Never saw one, never didn't know it existed. Moved to Richmond, they were there. In the houses that had woods, they were there. They hop, uncontrollably hop. Jumping spiders are one of these things, put those to shame. They hop. And when they hop in any direction, okay? No. So, it's awful funny that they're here now at this house in the basement. Now, I grew up 6 miles from here, never saw one. Go to Richmond, see them, come back, and they're here. I don't know. My son still lives in Richmond, and my husband said that he brought them because he gets the blame for everything anyway. It was funny. But anyway, so last night I come in the kitchen and to put something in the sink, and there was a huge spider cricket on the counter by the microwave. Huge. The thing is, okay, so I'm like, my husband wasn't home. So I'm like, what am I going to do? Because the only thing I could see was a styrofoam cup, a little white styrofoam cup. I had a roll of them laying there. So I grabbed 2 of those thinking I was going to scoop it up in that cup, put it back outside. I don't want to kill nothing if I don't have to. So, but at the same time, I was thinking if I put this thing outside, it's going to be right back up in here. So anyway, I was trying to scoop it up and the thing was jumping everywhere, right? So I thought, Sophie. So I went and I told her, I said, it's time for you to actually do something to earn your keep instead of just sitting there eating and sleeping and, looking pretty. That you need to earn your keep, right? So I was telling her all this, okay? I was explaining why I was going to do what I was going to do. So I put her up on the counter. Yes, I put my cat on my counter, but it was a dire situation. Put my cat on the counter. And by this time it had hopped near the microwave. So I put her up there and I scooted the microwave. She looked at me like, what are you doing? And so she walks behind the microwave and I look back there and that thing is in the very corner of the I've got my microwave caddy corner in a corner of the counter. It's back in the corner. So I was trying to get it to move so she would see it. Well, she saw it and she goes over and she sniffs it. She looks back at me like, yeah, what do you want me to do? 'Cause she plays with these things every time they get in the house. She plays with them. This one. So she made it hop, so it went back behind the microwave again, and I scooted the microwave, and then so I backed up, and I'm thinking, okay, if she decides to pounce at this thing, they're coming my way, right? So I'm backing up, and I'm standing, back from it and waiting for this all to transpire, right? So the next thing I see, like this is the microwave. Here's what I see. She looks up at me like this over the mic. That's all I can see is her eyes. And I was like, get the bug. Get the bug. And so she proceeds to come back from around and jump off the counter. And she went clear across the kitchen and sat there and looked at me and licked her paws. And I said, okay, I still have this bug problem. So how am I going to deal with this? So the thing went under the microwave twice. I had to move the microwave twice. And I had a dish towel. I was going to swoop it in the floor. And maybe if it jumped, she would chase it, right? So I was trying to get it out from under the microwave. And finally, I did swoop it into the floor. And it's just jumping everywhere. And Sophie's sitting there watching it jump, right? She's not moving. She's not doing a thing. Now, any other time, the cat would be all over that. No. I know you want me to do it. That's why I'm not going to do it. So it went under the cabinet, got on my cabinets they're flush with the floor. So, and there's a board, you can't get under the cabinet. So it was hanging on the side of the front of the cabinet. So I got the broom and swept it out into the floor and kind of, I had to. I couldn't, I was freaked out and I couldn't catch the stupid thing. So she's just literally sitting there looking at me like, I don't understand what you're doing, you know. And I left the microwave, turned around completely. I left everything that the broom was still in the middle of the floor. The towel was in, and the cups were laying there. And I just walked out of the kitchen. I was like, I was so, and my husband come home and saw the, you know, and he's like, what in the world? And I went, spider cricket. And he went, oh. That's all he said was, oh. So, yeah, I'm mad at Sophie. I am really mad at her, and we're still not on speaking terms. She tried to sleep with me last night, and I pushed her off the bed. I'm mad at her. She doesn't get it, but I think she does. Anyway, do you have any bows that you're like that with? Yeah. All right. Went on enough about that. Okay, let me talk about my whip go. I've got some plans and I wanted to share those with you. So, my whip go. You know what I did? I saved the whip go, bingo to do with you all here. So, I thought it was, you know, you have put up with this all year, and I thought it was appropriate that we mark this off together. So, Strawberry Hill is right here. School bus. Sorry. All right, it's right here. So we are going to, mark it off. Bingo, it's official. I've got a bingo. So the top row is officially done. Exciting. And 31st of October is right here. And I finished that goal. So I also get my other highlighter crapped out. So this is a brand new one and it's a little different. So I get to mark that one out too. Yay. I am making progress, y'all. I am making progress. So I'm going to show you my first Whip Go Bingo prize. It's a diamond painting. It's a big diamond painting. 73 colors, 4 ABs. So, okay. I was tickled when he said it was diamond painting. He said, you get you a diamond painting, he said, for your first bingo. Now, he said, now the rest of them, as they progress, you know, it's not as big as that. He said, but if you fill the card, you know, it's another big one. But the first one, I thought that was the cool prize. So my husband was picking my bingo prizes, and I don't know what I'm going to get until I bingo. So that was pretty cool. Okay, I have Whip Go numbers for November were drawn by Jessie Marie. Jessie Marie does stuff. She's the one that hosts the Whip Go. And I hope you will consider joining us next year and doing your own Whip Go board. It is so much fun. Whip Go, you make yourself a bingo board and you put in 24 plus the free space, but I include something there because I want 25 goals for the year. And you make your own goals. It can be 100 stitches. It can be a page finish. It can be, I want to put a tree in this whip. I want to finish the words on this whip. You can make it anything you want to make. You can put crochet. You can put knitting, diamond painting. You can put any other hobby on here. Mix it with your stitching, you know. She calls 2 numbers a month, and those 2 numbers are supposed to be your focus pieces for that month. But you can work on anything at any time. Okay, so if you finish it, you can mark it. Like, this is the way I did mine, but everybody does theirs different. I put the name of the piece, then I put when it was called, and then I put completed. And when I complete it, if I complete it before it's called, I'll put in completed. I can't mark it out until it's both called and completed. And then my goal's down here. The goal for that one's to finish. And it's number 19. So they're numbered 1, 2, 3, 4, and I just mix them up and put them on there. So I don't know what she's going to call, when she's going to call it. So the numbers for November are 14, which is Away We Ride. And my goal on that one was 3,000 stitches. I need 1897. I need 1,897 to finish that goal. And then 16 was the second one, which is Silent Sampler. And the goal for that one, that's by Rosewood Manor too. And the goal for that one's a finish. And I'm a little over halfway done with that. But it's an easy stitch. It's on 32 count and it's really, really pretty. So that is going to be my next focus for a finish. So for November, I'll be focusing on that one. Now, I have, then that just left 2 numbers. So that means that those 2 are December's. Number 9, which is Quaker Christmas. My goal for that one was 5,000 stitches. I need 1,793 still yet on that one. And the last one for December is New Year's Sampler, which is right here. This goal was 3,000 stitches, and I still need 2,228 on that one. So what I'm going to do for November is break those up, do half in November and the other half finish them up in December. So Sammy J does a Finish That Stitch December, and I think I'll get some finishes to help her celebrate that, because I think that's a really neat thing that she does every year. So my goals for November. Here is Colorful Eagle, and that goal is a finish, and I mentioned that I'm going to finish that this month. Got it right, this month. If I get that finished, it's going to give me another bingo. Thanks to you all showing me that, because I couldn't see that. So that will give me another whip go if I can finish that. I'm going to work on my other, that's a zombie run piece, and I'm going to work on the other 3, Anniversary of the Heart, Village of Hawk Run, and Elizabeth. And I'm pretty sure that it's a 30-day month, so I'm pretty sure if I get that Colorful Eagle finish, I'll only have to do 400 on the other 3, because I got a lot of stitching to do. So hopefully that's the way it'll work out. I'm going to try to get 1,000 into Away We Ride, 793 at least in Quaker Christmas, and that'll leave me 1,000 for next month. And then I want 1,000 more in New Year's Sampler, and that'll leave me a little bit over 1,000 in that one. So I am chipping away. Sorry about that. My husband came in. Okay, and I want to get as much possible done on Inspiration and Silent Sampler. So I'm also going to have 2 new starts in November. I'm going to start Death by Candy Corn by Scarlet House today. This one I meant to start last night. Puttered out. Didn't get it done. I had everything laid out, everything. I was ready to go, but you know. So I'm going to start this one today. I've got a few new starts coming up because I want to end the year with 30 whips. It's kind of where my sweet spot is. So, and then on Thanksgiving Day, I'll be having a new start. But I'll tell you about that one in the next video. I've been planning for 2022, but there's plenty of 2021 left, so I've got a lot to do still yet before that point. So I'm also going to be reviewing, I've gotten some things that I want to review on my channel for diamond painting, and there'll be a little bit of cross stitch thrown in there too. But I want you to know that, you know, when I do those, I'll probably have like a whip and chat or a new start and a chat, you know, with the diamond painting. So if you're not interested in diamond painting, you know, if you want to come just for the chat and get your stitching and just, you know, sit there with me and stitch, you know, please do that. Please feel free. And if you're not interested, then just pass it on by, and I'll be here with more cross stitch very soon. And I've also planned some Thanksgiving fun, you know, like it's not going to be like the Halloween one, but it'll be something fun like that. So that's coming up. So a lot of things to look forward to, and you know, a lot of fun stitching, a lot of fun diamond painting, a lot of fun making plans, and just, you know, it feels good to be back, you know. So I'll close with this week's giveaway, and we're going to keep the Halloween going just a little bit longer, but this week, it's not for everybody, but there probably is somebody out there who would like to have this. This is Jeannie Christine's The Cat. This is from her Fantasy Menagerie collection, and it is 2000 what? No, 1987, y'all. But I think some of y'all really, really like this. But this is what it is. It's the cat. Yeah, I just think it's fabulous. But I just know I won't stitch it. So I'm going to be sharing this. If you would like this, just tell me what you think about this chart. It's got a little bit of backstitch, but it's just interesting. I like it. So if you would like to win the cat, just tell me what you like about it, and I'll draw my next FlossTube. So I think I've covered everything. I hope you have a wonderful week ahead, and I hope you're getting plenty of stitching done. I hope you're staying healthy and safe. And until I see you again, happy stitching.